Yo creo que la idea del presidente chino, la idea de un desarrollo compartido, la idea de una comunidad de destino, es el espíritu del G20 desde hace 7 años, desde 2008, desde su nacimiento, y ciertamente el mundo tiene que ser consciente que hemos hecho una economía global, hemos hecho una intercomunicación global, hemos permitido que los capitales circulen globalmente y por tanto tenemos cada vez un destino unido, un destino común. Y la ideología que tiene que liderar es la ideología de la cooperación.
Well, I think that the Chinese dream embodies a very ambitious concept, and I think that China is on track to achieve that concept, which is to build a moderately prosperous society for all. I believe that that is the main goal, and from my viewpoint, the 4 comprehensives outlined by President Xi help it very much to sustain that main goal. I mean, comprehensively deepen reform. That's a very important building block to achieve a moderately prosperous society. And I am very well aware of the challenges political leadership are confronting now to keep reform ongoing. But this is not the only comprehensive related to this. There is also the idea that comprehensively you need to strengthen party discipline, for example, to fight corruption, to increase transparency. And I think there's a major issue, and China has demonstrated its commitment towards it by moving forward, even with regard to reforming the judiciary system. Therefore, these comprehensives, as well as the others, are making a major contribution towards the achievement of a moderately prosperous society in the mid-term. So I'm very supportive of this idea and concept, and it is very encouraging to see the many actions taken by the government of China in this direction and how well the people react to that. It is also obviously will be a bumpy road in many aspects. There will be many challenges ahead, but I am pretty sure that common sense and cooperation will prevail.
I had the privilege and the honor to be present to his talks with President Xi Jinping, and I have the best impressions from him. I think it's a very good leader with bright visions for the future, not only of China, but for the positive development of the whole world. So I would say that it's really the positive leadership is taking China to the new path of development, to the new normal, so more intensified path of the growth, which of course is important for the future of development of China, which is based on the innovations, which is based on the technologies, on the research, development of the modern activities of the economies, and of course of the broad cooperation with the foreign countries.
Мы побудем и в Музее Великой Отечественной войны. Я должен сказать, мы будем обсуждать эту проблему с руководителем Китая. Я просто ему очень благодарен за то, что он проявил инициативу. И в этом году 70-летие победы над японским милитаризмом будут праздноваться в Китае, как окончание Второй мировой войны. Молодец, это очень важно. И то, что Китай к этому процессу подключился, итоги Второй мировой войны никогда не будут забыты. Для нас тоже благо, на плечо которого мы можем опереться на международной арене. В любой части мира мы можем опереться на плечо Китая.
The way I look at it, there are 2 phases. We had the early phase of rapid economic growth in China, where within 15 years, unprecedentedly high economic growth, very progressive government policy enabled China to become the largest economy in the world, but also to pull millions of people out of poverty and make them productive members of the economy. This is a huge achievement. You cannot underestimate the importance of that achievement, because that has created such a positive dynamic for growth, employment in the country, but also internationally. So that early phase brought with it the need for rapid investment and development that also led to unintended consequences like pollution. I think this is the second phase of economic growth in China, is going to be on the quality of growth. How do we assure that this high growth also has a high quality? How can it be cleaner? How can it be more efficient? How can it involve less pollution? So I think, you know, this second transition is going to be an extremely important one, because there are going to be many lessons for other countries in the world on how to improve the quality of development, that it is going to provide a healthy and sustainable living for the majority of the population, and that over the long term you can see a benign growth that lifts many other people also out of poverty.